Okay, starting again. That's a pikeman armour. Those are the people who would have stood sentinel, making sure, like the 18th century bouncers, I would think. Imposing. And look at this. Doesn't he look real? Right down to his boots. It's Oliver Cromwell. Oh my God, it's Oliver Cromwell. Can you see the warts on his face? Because he had a lot of warts on his face. I can't see them. So that's Oliver Cromwell. Larger than life. Wow. Oliver Cromwell. Earl of Lindsay. All these people with loads of darn money and big houses. Am I jealous? Yes. For the influence that they had, that they didn't use for the good. I mean, look at the rooms. Look at this room. It's just like an ante-room. Look at the gilding. It's beautiful. Beautiful. James Hamilton, Earl of Cambridge. Oh, now you've got the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, haven't we? William and Kate. That's the Earl of Cambridge in 1606 to 1649. So he lived till he was 43. All these pictures. That's Sarah, or Sarah, Lady Brooks. I mean, she's beautiful, wasn't she? She lived till she was just 60. Here's another little ante-room. Imagine that they had all these guests, so they needed all these rooms. Tapestries. To ensure the colours on the threads did not run, they added urine to the dyes. I love tapestries. Oh, it's a bed. Oh gosh. That tiny little, for the children, tiny little sofa set. Oh God, I love it. There's the bed, which I used to have. In 1714, Queen Anne died in her bed at Kensington Palace. This bed was, in fact, the Queen's deathbed. So, in 1714, Queen Anne died in that bed. That is her bed that she passed away in. The 1980s restoration of this room used silk from the same producer in Lyon as the original 1890s decoration. Your entry into the castle today will help us to continue necessary conservation work. So I'm glad the money's going to a good cause. about conservation at Warwick Castle.
Passage. First trace passage.
Yeah, type. They all kind of have the same nose.
Yeah.
You go, got the names. That's Catherine Parr.
Yeah, these are names.
Catherine Parr, that was his last wife. That's Catherine Howard. She was beheaded.
She survived. Only one.
Only because he died first.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Catherine Parr. There's Anne of Cleves, who didn't wash very much. And so he said she smelt and he didn't want to be married to her.
She's incredibly sad.
So, wow.
Who wouldn't look married to him?
Well, yeah. Well, she was given quite a good life, you know. He treated her as a sister.
Yeah.
She was the only one that was married to him and wasn't either beheaded or passed away. She
Survived.
so he treated her as a sister.
Yeah.
And there's the ogre.
Yeah. There's old Annie Boleyn.
Jane Seymour. Is it Catherine of Aragon there?
Yep. Yeah.
I felt so sad for her.
was divorced there, so she was like, she's lucky.
Catherine of Aragon.
Off with her head.
Off with her head. Oh, Anne Boleyn.
Yeah.
I was named after her. Sorry, my loves, I'm putting my fingers across the camera. Anne Boleyn. Catherine of Aragon, who was locked away in a castle to her death. Jane Seymour. Henry VIII. Jane Seymour, but which one was it? Catherine Howard was beheaded. Jane Seymour passed away after she'd given birth. She gave birth to his only son, who also died young, but she died of childbed fever, and is buried with him actually. This is a porridge pot, so the guests would have had their porridge cooked in that. Let's look at the roof. This is the Great Hall again. The roof.
The Marlborough House set, a social group primarily linked to the Prince of Wales and named after his house in London, was frequently associated
I was just saying I wanted a cup of tea.
It consisted of various high-profile members of the Victorian aristocracy, who frequently invited each other to their residences to enjoy long weekends of entertainment, dining and frivolity.
How lovely. Dining and frivolity. Sorry.
Welcome to the Royal Weekend Party.
It's Clara
This was
Butt.
one of many social gatherings hosted by Daisy Greville,
She was
Countess of Warwick,
an
and
opera
her
singer, I
husband
think.
Francis, the Earl of Warwick.
Yeah.
It was hosted here at Warwick Castle in 1898.
6'2" tall,
The
my
parties
goodness.
frequently lasted from Saturday until Monday, where activities such as hunting, dancing, dining and gossiping were enjoyed. Daisy was renowned for her role as a hostess, and at the 1895 Powder Ball, Guests were encouraged to dress in the style of the French court of Louis XVI. Daisy stole the show, dressed as Marie Antoinette. With over 400 guests, the Pony Ball was a much larger affair, as this gathering was reserved for members of the Marlborough House. The Marlborough House set
That's Louisa Cavendish, Duchess of Manchester. She was married to the Duke of Manchester.
politics of the day. It consisted of various high-profile members of the Victorian aristocracy
Who went on to marry Spencer Cavendish,
to enjoy long weekends of entertainment, dining, and
the 8th Duke of Devonshire. There was all these intermarriages, so I kept everything in the family.
Welcome to the Royal Weekend Party. This was one of many social gatherings hosted by
This
Daisy
is the
Crowell,
Royal Weekend
fifth Countess
Party. I don't look very happy
and
for
her
a
husband
party, do I?
Francis, fifth Earl.
Miserable things.
It was hosted here at Warwick Castle in 1898. Their parties frequently lasted from Saturday until Monday, where activities such as hunting, dancing,
Saturday until Monday, and then it worked. Looks real. That's the Duke of York. George, the Duke of York, the second son of the Prince of Wales. He succeeded as George V in 1910, so he became George V. Hi George, can you lend me some money? Aren't they realistic? The murder of the princes in the Tower. Well, they don't know that happened, do they? And this gentleman, this one here, he is the Duke of Marlborough, the cousin of Winston Churchill. And he was Lord High Steward at the coronation of Edward VII. So that's Charles Spencer, the Duke of Marlborough, and that's George, the Duke of York, who became George V. Right, I'm going to stop this video now because we're at 12.